Level 1. Business Technology Analyst. It is 11:47 p.m. The cleaning crew came through 2 hours ago. The overhead lights have switched to low power mode. You are still here. Your laptop is open. There is a granola bar next to your keyboard that you have been meaning to eat since 3 p.m. Your job is to build the slides, not to present them, not to shape them, to build them. You format data models, run analyses, and populate decks that will be presented by someone whose name you are still learning. You track every hour of your day in a timesheet system, broken into 15-minute increments. Every minute belongs to a client code. You sit in client meetings and you type. You do not offer opinions. If someone looks at you, you smile and keep typing. The senior consultant above you does not know your name yet. She calls you the analyst. You respond to it. No one is below you. You are the floor. You make $100,000 a year straight out of college. You divided that by your actual hours in February. You stop doing that math. You send the deck at 1:14 a.m. No one replies tonight. You open it again at 7:30 a.m. Level 2. Consultant. You flew in Sunday night. Your rolling carry-on fits in the overhead bin in exactly the right way now. You have done this enough times that it is muscle memory. The hotel room looks like the hotel room from last week. Different city. Same desk lamp. You own work streams now. You run the analysis, and you stand in the room when it is presented. You manage a BTA below you and a senior consultant above you, and your actual job is to translate what the partner wants into something a 22-year-old can build by Monday. You attend pitch meetings, and you sit in the chair closest to the wall. You carry the leave-behind materials. You do not speak unless asked. The senior consultant reviews everything you produce. She sends it back with comments. You send it back corrected. The BTA looks at you for instruction the way you look at her for approval. Nobody is fully in charge of anything. Your base clears $175,000. You have not slept in your own bed on a Wednesday in 14 months. The city changes. The hotel room does not. You stop noticing the difference. Somewhere in the back of your mind, you start watching the senior consultant's calendar, imagining what it looks like when it is yours. Level 3. Senior consultant. You are embedded at the client site 3 days a week. You know where the bathrooms are better than the employees do. You have a luggage tag with your name embossed on it. Deloitte gave it to you when you hit 3 years. You snap it onto your bag every Monday morning. You are the one who makes the work defensible. The consultant builds it. You make it something a CFO can believe. You translate ambiguous partner direction into deliverables the team can execute. You redline drafts at midnight. You get on calls with junior staff at 8 a.m. Then you do your own work. No one reduces your workload to account for the mentoring. That is simply how it is. You write performance reviews for people. Those reviews will matter more to their careers than most of the work they produce. The manager is above you. The partner is above the manager. You rarely see the partner until the final presentation. The team looks at you for approval. You look off screen for yours. The final deck is 47 slides. Your name is not on it. The partner presents it to the CFO. The CFO calls it exceptional work. The partner thanks the team. You are at the back of the room. You fly home Thursday night. You start the next one Monday morning. Level 4. Manager. Your calendar has not had a clear afternoon in 4 months. You learn to read it like a terrain map, looking for gaps between calls where something might get done. There is a conference room at the client site where you essentially live. The client knows your coffee order. That is not a good sign. That means you have been here long enough to become furniture. You do not build deliverables anymore. You are responsible for all of them, which is a different thing and significantly worse. You manage the timeline, the scope, the team morale, and the client's anxiety, often in the same hour. When the client moves the deadline forward by 2 weeks, you are the one who tells your team without losing them. You find a calm voice for this conversation that you did not have 3 years ago. The senior manager holds the client relationship. The partner holds the commercial. You hold everything in between, which is most of what actually happens. Your team's problems become your problems the moment they surface. When a deliverable is late, the partner emails you directly. You carry 2 phones now, one for client work, one for everything else. You do not mix them up. You get a strong performance review. The project delivers. Someone else is already in your calendar for Monday. Level 5. Senior manager. The partner is not in the room. That is the difference. You are meeting the CFO alone on behalf of Deloitte, and the CFO is listening, really listening. Your business card has the green dot on it. People in boardrooms recognize it. You have been working toward this moment for 8 years, and it feels, unexpectedly, ordinary. You sit down. You open your notebook. You run the meeting. You own large client engagements from start to finish. You write proposals and co-sell alongside partners. You manage a downstream team of managers and their teams, people you never directly touch, but are accountable for entirely. You write performance ratings that shape careers. You have begun building your own client relationships, ones that are yours, not inherited. The partner still approves decisions above a certain size. You have never been told that threshold exactly. You learn it by feel. You are not on partner track yet. You are being considered for it. These are not the same thing. Somewhere, in a conversation you are not part of, partners are deciding whether you have what it takes to join them. The criteria are real, but never fully stated. You perform at the highest level, and you wait, which is the hardest thing you have ever been asked to do. You close the biggest engagement of your career. The partner calls it a landmark project. Your name is not in the press release. A director calls you 6 weeks later. He says they want to put you forward for the next level. Level 6. Director. You are the most senior Deloitte person in the room. The partner who sold this engagement is in Singapore this week. You are advising the COO of a Fortune 500 company on a $40 million transformation program. You have a leather portfolio with your title on it. Director. You bring it to every meeting. It looks like an ending. It is not. You run multiple major client engagements at once. You originate new business. You speak at industry conferences on behalf of the firm. You are building a personal brand carefully in Deloitte's name. Every external appearance is a commercial act. You understand this, and you perform accordingly. The partner owns the equity. You generate the revenue that funds it. You close a $12 million proposal. The partner signs the engagement letter. Your name is listed as engagement director. The client calls you after and says you are the reason they chose Deloitte. You thank them. You know exactly what that sentence is worth and exactly what it will not get you. Partners vote to admit new partners. You are not a partner. The gap between what you do and what you own is not discussed openly. It does not need to be. You feel it every time you look at the equity distribution table. You are not on. They schedule the vote for next quarter. You are not in the room when it happens. Level 7. Partner. Your name is on the door. Is on. You have an office with windows on 2 sides and a view you have not looked at because your screen faces the other direction. There is a capital account statement in your filing system showing your equity stake in the firm. This is what 20 years were for. Your job is to sell. That is the primary function now. The consulting work is what your teams do. Revenue is what you do. You manage a portfolio of C-suite relationships, like a portfolio of assets. You appear at dinners, on panels, in boardrooms where the client wants to see a partner in the seat. Your presence in a proposal document is a commercial signal. It means this deal matters to the firm. When you walk into a room, people sit up slightly. Analysts who have never met you know your name. Your calendar is controlled by an assistant. Heads of state do not quite return your calls, but senior government officials do. You vote on who becomes the next partner. You mentor the directors below you. You carry the culture downward, which means you carry the expectations, the standards, the hours, and the cost. You chose this. Your book of business has a target. Next year's target is higher. There is no ceiling that is also a floor. Ownership means the firm's growth is your responsibility permanently. You drive home, your kids are asleep, your spouse asks how it went. Good, you say. You open your laptop before you reach the bedroom. Level 8. Global Managing Partner. You do not carry things. People carry things for you. The city changes every 3 days. This week it is Brussels. Last week it was Singapore. Next week it is somewhere with a G7 adjacent summit and a dinner you cannot decline. Your schedule does not belong to you in the way that word is usually meant. You run a network of 470,000 people operating in more than 150 countries, legally structured as separate member firms that you lead through influence rather than direct authority. You set the direction. You negotiate with thousands of partner owners who have their own books, their own ambitions, and their own ideas about what the firm should become. You do not manage them. You persuade them. This is the actual job. Most people outside this building do not understand what that means. Governments call you. Regulators consult you before writing policy that will affect industries. What Deloitte does at scale shapes economies. Every sentence you speak in public is a commercial and institutional act simultaneously. You stopped having private opinions several years ago. You have positions now. You serve a 4-year term. Then someone else will sit here. The firm was here before you. It will be here after. You were a steward of something that was never fully yours. Somewhere tonight, in a glass-walled office with the overhead lights in low power mode, a 22-year-old is reformatting a slide for the 4th time. They flew through a recruiting process to get that seat. They believe they are at the beginning of something. They are right. The deck they are building tonight will support a pitch that funds a project, that generates revenue, that flows through a structure you govern. You will never know their name. You were that person once. Nobody knew your name either. The lobby will not notice when you leave for the last time. The work continues without you, exactly as it always has.